this man who came out with 200 yards receiving at the tight end spot, not just for the Raiders, but for everybody's fantasy league teams in this studio. We all love this man, and we all want to say thank you personally to the Pro Bowl tight end of your Las Vegas Raiders, Darren Waller. How are you, Darren?
I'm doing good, Rich. How you doing?
I'm doing better for you. How about that? So, thank you, essentially. I don't usually start off interviews saying thank you, but I'll start this one. Thank you. So let's get into this. Where were you on the field when Derek went up top to Ruggs at the very end?
I was in pass protection. I was supposed to be like chipping and running like a check down route for Derek, but he called me in to for like extra protection for the blitz that the Jets were dialing up. So I was pass protection, so I saw the entire flight of the ball from Derek's hand to Henry. Okay,
so you knew the blitz was coming, huh, Darren?
Yeah. Yep.
Why?
I mean, I see it as that's what Greg Williams likes to do, and that's what the Jets do best. They've been doing well getting home with pressure in our game and in the prior week, so I guess they just wanted to stick to what they thought was most effective. That's what I think the reasoning behind it is, I guess. But, I mean, we just do what the defense gives us.
So in your days of playing football, Darren, and I assume you've been in a position like this before where you need to hit a big one in order to win with very little time left. Have you ever been in a position where a team has blitzed like that, Darren?
I don't think so, no.
So this is a first, essentially.
Yeah, as a first.
Okay. Now, did they blitz the play before, too? The one up top to Aguilar that was potentially the game winner. Did they blitz the play before?
Nah, that was they just dropped into cover two on that one. Because we ran that was a play to beat a cover two because their safeties like to jump that deep out route, and Nelson ran a double move, so he got behind him there. But that was like a soft zone.
Okay. So after the game, were you all just getting together saying, I can't believe they blitzed us? Did that happen?
I think more guys were just more happy that we won.
Yes.
And just the emotion was so high, it wasn't just like why did they blitz us? Like later on, it was just kind of like they blitzed, so we took advantage. But it was like initially it was just like, just crazy emotion. So let's get into that. The last 2 weeks, it's been quite a struggle compared to the previous 10, Darren. Do you think that whatever was going on with the team traveling to the East Coast and back-to-back weeks can't be simple for that, playing early window games? You're through that, and now you're ready for the last 4 weeks. What did happen the last 2 weeks is my way of asking that question. Just not playing our best football. Mistakes being made, not, being as precise as we usually are. I'll say our run game wasn't there like we know it can be and like it usually is, and that's just, that's we're a run-first team, so that kind of sets the tone. But yeah, it's good to have survived that trip. I mean, came out with a win, and now it's like we still have, the things that we want in front of us, so it's good to be at home and have 3 of the last 4 here and to be able to, be in a situation that serves as an advantage to us.
Darren Waller, tight end of the Las Vegas Raiders here on the Rich Eisen Show. Your story's amazing, Darren. What you are, who you are, what you've become, where you've been, where you're going, what you've got going for you is truly remarkable. I honestly did not know your story until Hard Knocks last year. If I had told that kid from the Baltimore Ravens what's going on right now for you, what would you have said?
Everything was going on back then, but it was just like, I tried to do it all myself without any help, without, any kind of guidance. But now it's like, looking back, I was just, trying to just impress so many people and be all things to all people. And now it's just like a much more simpler life, and the things that I do are pleasing to God and pleasing to me. So it's just a much more simple way of living than before. It's like I felt like I had to do so many different things, whereas now I can just focus on what I got to do.
Well, there's so many people who are listening and watching right now who know somebody or perhaps are battling addiction like you did, Darren. How did you turn the corner? How did you plant your foot and say, this is this is going to stop and I'm going to go in a different direction? How did you do it?
I mean, it starts with, like, you know, admitting, like, that you're basically, like, powerless. Like, you don't really have as much control over, you know, what you think you have control over. And admitting that and realizing that you need help and that you can't do it alone, and, you know, just getting transparent and honest with yourself to the point that it hurts. But after that initial pain comes freedom and, you know, hope for your future, whereas it was all clouded by, you know, darkness and negativity before. But you got to be honest with yourself, because, I mean, the drugs and the alcohol are really just a symptom of what's really going on inside you, inside your mind, inside your spirit. So it's just, you know, confronting those things, and then the sky's the limit after that. Well,
the sky is certainly still the limit for you. I mean, to what do you attribute your success on the field?
I mean, I just attribute it to just the way that I've, you know, built a new foundation for my life since, you know, that time I had to be out of the league, and it just allowed me to, you know, reorganize my priorities and realize that, you know, my mental health and my, you know, spiritual life need to be intact. Those have to be my priorities in order for the product in the football field to be there. Like, I have to take myself onto the field. I can't just turn into a new person. Like, who I am is going to be out there on display with that helmet on and pads on. So I had to make sure that I'm in check and that I'm doing the work and, you know, not trying to attach myself to results and outcomes and just, you know, just losing myself in the process.
Who is your safety net right now? Who is your support team? Who's your family, friends? Walk me through it, Darren Waller. Who's there with you, for you?
Yeah, I got my parents. I got, you know, my best friend. I got, you know, men in recovery that are on the same journey that I'm in that I look to for advice and guidance on a day-to-day basis. You know, my teammates got my back. My position coach, Frank Smith, definitely has my back, just for me as a person. So I got a lot of people invested in me, just Darren Waller, not just, you know, the tight end that's out there making plays. It's just, you know, they love me for me and, you know, invest a lot of time and energy into me, and I'm just thankful to them for that.
What is it like to have Jason Witten as a teammate at this part of your life and career? I mean, a GOAT. I mean, that's a first ballot HOFer. Right. That is lining up with you and in your room. What has he been like to be around with you, for you?
It's been an incredible experience. You know, I always tell everyone, I've never met someone that's so intense about the smallest details of the game. And just seeing how he knows, like, everything that everyone is doing on the offense. And it's not just like, from him, it's like I'm learning, like, okay, I can't just learn my position or learn my responsibility. I need to learn where I fit in the big picture and how all these little details, one, you know, false step or one, you know, inch can make the difference in a play. And just seeing how passionate he is about that and how that can turn into, you know, just having that advantage when you go out there. So you can just, you know, with a guy that doesn't even have, like, the freakish athleticism, can literally, like, be the best in the league for almost 2 decades. So it's just like a tribute to, you know, just him. And, you know, and he's also super funny too, and just brings, like, a light personality. He knows when to be demanding, when to be aggressive, and also when to be lighthearted. So it's just honestly amazing.
So you, who has an incredible physical gift, you are now, you say, more aware of what X, Y, and Z is doing and what Derek Carr needs to look at, where you are in the grand scheme of things. You're more aware of that thanks to Witten in a way?
Yeah, I know, like, when you know, when Derek would be delivering me the ball, if I'm third in the progression, like, I know that, okay, like, there's no reason for me to rush this route or not get to my depth. Maybe I can get a yard deeper just so I know that I'm in that window at the right time. And then the run game as well, just knowing, you know, with the calls that the center's making and who those, like, the center and the guard are comboing to. And so I can kind of learn those calls and realize, okay, I'm going to this guy. So if it's, like, in the heat of the moment, you know, they shift or something, I can know in my mind, I don't need someone else to tell me, but I can, you know, communicate that to other guys and know myself what's going on. So it's just, like, a big advantage of him being there.
Okay, so speaking on behalf of all fantasy football folks who have you on their team, including everyone here in studio, please don't tell me you're third in a progression ever again. Don't tell me that ever again. Okay, Darren? That's not true, right?
That's you just said that. Make plays, man. So it's just like,
I understand.
You know, we got great balance. So sometimes I am, you know, sometimes I'm not.
No, hold on a second. Less often, right? I mean, don't, you know, I need to make sure everything's okay, Darren. You know what I mean? I know there's no I in Darren or Waller, but I need to make sure that you're. I mean, these are the playoffs. I know you got 4 weeks to go for your playoffs, but these are our playoffs, Darren. I got to be honest with you.
If you really want to make that, be 100% sure, you can ask one Jonathan Gruden.
You know, I would get. He hasn't been on since he's become the coach. I mean, you know, I do wear my FFCA shirts and visors around at home. You know that he sent here, but I can go through Mayock though. You know, I worked with him for a very long time, Darren. I can go through.
Oh yeah. There you go. You got the plug.
Okay. Yeah. I just don't know how Mayock would handle it if I asked Mike about my fantasy team. I don't think he would endeavor that question
Mike,
for very long.
I think throw it to 83.
I'm sure he'd understand.
No, he might understand. He might understand. Give me your favorite Grudenism. Give me your favorite phrase that you never heard before until it came out of Gruden's mouth. Can you do that? You got one for me, Darren?
Oh man, I know when he's. If somebody's like, you know, forcing something, he'll say, "Don't shove sand up a flea's ass."
Don't shove Santa before he's asked. Is that what you said?
Don't shove sand up a flea's ass.
Ah! Don't shove. That was the worst game of telephone ever. Don't shove sand up a flea's ass. Yeah, I've never heard that. Yeah. Knock on wood if you're with me, guys. Have you heard that one before? I haven't heard that one.
Heard that one. Brand new.
Tell me about your foundation, how we can get involved, Darren. The floor is yours, please.
Darren Waller Foundation. He's based in Las Vegas. Really just trying to target, you know, youth and get in front of them and explain to them what can happen if you choose to go the route of, you know, using drugs and alcohol to cope or to fit in and to just have a good time. It's like just putting my story out there to let them know that, you know, it's not a route that you want to take if you really, you know, are connected with who you are and, you know, your creative talents and, you know, just, you know, where you really want to be in life. So just giving them outlets and encouraging, like, you know, meditation, finding a creative outlet, whether it's music, art, something like that. So, but it's really just education and then, you know, working towards funding treatment for people because I know that, you know, the facility the league sent me to was, you know, crazy expensive, but I never, but the fact that I was able to get an upgraded program of recovery that helped me, so I want to do that for somebody else. So it's really just, you know, educating and then really like getting these people into the places that they need for the help that they need. At Darren Waller, FDN on Twitter. Your Instagram is Rackqual, right? Did I get that right? Is that right? Yeah, Rackwall with 2 Ks on Rack. Okay. Did somebody just laugh in the background with me saying that? Did I just hear that? Did somebody? Yeah. Who's laughing at me? Darren, who is that? It's Mayock. I have a friend living with me. Okay. I know I'm a 51-year-old white man. I get it. You know, you tell your friend to back off and leave you alone because you're first in our progression. Okay, Darren? You got it? Okay? Yes, sir. Okay. Thanks for the call. Like I said, I really I'm a fan, man. What you have been through and what you have created for yourself is truly an inspiration. It really is, Darren. And I know you might think about that every now and then. And if that brings you any ounce of pressure, please know how many people you're affecting and remove that from your world and just keep balling out. Okay? Appreciate you, Rich. It means a lot to me. Right back at you. Thank you, Darren Waller. You keep doing what you're doing. That's Darren Waller right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Should I say Ragwall? Is that what I should say? Or
I'm not sure. But that was funny.
I heard somebody laugh.
Somebody laughed.
Yeah, somebody definitely laughed.
I don't have an overbite when I dance, okay?
Someone definitely.
I heard that.
Rich Bennis?
What happened? What's that all about? Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.